Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to this new, now, and ever expanding present moment. A moment where we have met as a one cosmic home, where we meet each other in our physical expression and all other expressions that forms our one cosmic body as we enter into our one cosmic home through presence, through resonance, and through remembrance. Ooh, here is a lot of energy that is currently moving through this field. It feels like the potency is actually accelerated with every word that is spoken. So each one of your emanations is felt and is woven through in harmony, in coherence, as something is already moving. And what I'm hearing is the essence of each one of the individual presences of your beings in your cosmic expressions is starting to coherently flow and synchronize with the cosmic codex that was grounded through the presence of Chanel and I the 2 Sundays ago. So welcome everyone to this moment as we take a moment to center ourselves, each individually and collectively as a whole. And if you can hold your awareness in your most expanded cosmic presence, which I'm sensing all of you have entered in as, to hold your awareness there and move your awareness and gaze simultaneously to the center of the center of the center of your heart, your crystalline essence and presence. That is centering in the center of your crystal heart as we are simultaneously moving our awareness to the center of the crystal heart of Gaia Sophia. And simultaneously moving our awareness to the center of the crystal heart of the cosmos. And in the center of these three hearts, allow yourself to become aware of the gentle, loving, soft, TriniTised presence, creator, creatrix, creation, one TriniTised heart field, weaving and breathing throughout the whole cosmos, through the crystalline heart of the cosmos, throughout the whole of Gaia Sophia, through her crystal heart, and throughout your whole body, through your crystal heart. And these three hearts, in its TriniTised essence and presence, breathing as one, in coherence, in alignment, in the sovereign resonance of the cosmos. And as we stand in the center of the cosmic codex of each one of our beings, and that of the collective of humanity, of Gaia Sophia, and that of the cosmos, allow yourself to soften into the awareness of this TriniTised presence as one. weaving and breathing through your heart. And now move your awareness to the center of each one of your 74 trillion cells. And in the center of each one of these cells, as you hold your awareness there, become aware of how your awareness can effortlessly move to the front of each one of your cells, to the front of your body, touching into the skin of your head, your nose, your chin, your neck, your chest, your abdomen, your hips, your knees, your toes. Again, to the center of each one of your cells. Move your awareness simultaneously to the back of each one of your cells. The back of your head, back of your neck, shoulders, back, lower back, hips, back of your legs, back of your heels. And allow yourself to become aware of how effortlessly you can move your awareness through all of your cells simultaneously to the front of your body and to the back of your body. As we now simultaneously hold our awareness in the center of each one of our cells and ever so gently and gracefully move it to the side, the left side of your body. As you keep your awareness in each one of your cells. So your ear, your shoulder, your left side, your hip, the left side of your leg and your foot. And now move your awareness to the right side of your body, but stay in the center of each one of your cells. Your right ear, neck, shoulder, down the side of your body, your hip, side of your leg and foot. And as you stay in the center of each one of your cells, take your awareness to the top side of each one of your cells, the crown of each one of your 74 trillion cells. Top of your head, top of your shoulders, throughout your whole abdomen, down your hips and legs. And as you take your awareness back to the center of each one of your cells, ever so gently to the root of each one of your 74 trillion cells. From your head, shoulders, hips, and feet. And as you effortlessly, gracefully, lovingly move your awareness in all dimensional directions through your cells, also allow yourself to move around all of your cells in that spaciousness, timelessness, expanded expression of your beingness. And as you ever so gently take your awareness back to the center of your heart, become aware of how your awareness now from the center of your heart effortlessly move out in all dimensional directions throughout your whole body. And through around the center of your heart, become aware of the solar system, the Milky Way galaxy and all other galaxies and universes. In front of you, behind you, to the sides of you, top of your head, bottom of your feet. And in this TriniTised heart field, your expanded presence and awareness, your unique cosmic codex of your individualized expression, each one of your codes the original codes of your being, of your soul's expression, uniquely sequenced to express the sovereign identity of your soul, your architecture, your blueprint, in alignment and coherence with that of Gaia Sophia and that with the cosmos as a whole, weaving and breathing as one. Your unique soul's vibrational resonance echoes throughout the cosmos of your DNA, your crystalline chromosomes, the codings and codex of your expression and beingness. And allow yourself to breathe through all that was given expression to, have been felt, seen, and heard within the soulscape of your being through your direct soul sourced connectedness, your unique relationship with Creator, Creatrix, and creation as one. You can ever so gently bring your awareness back to the center of your heart as you open your eyes. And to know that each one of us individually, through the codes and codex of our being and expression, all that is emanating out is co-weaving in coherence throughout this whole field. And we are guided here today to ground something that feels very significant for the expression of the next phase of expansion for humanity. And if there's anything from anyone that wants to flow through or be given expression to, please just unmute yourself and let's see what wants to move through. Though it still feels like light is settling in our beings.
I can share what's been quite alive for me, and it's coming back into my awareness now as we're talking about carry forward of our last call, the One Cosmic Home, where we worked a lot on the architecture to do with the solar plexus. And it feels like, particularly this last week, the channel between the solar plexus and the heart within Gaia's body is architecture calibrating. This channel between the solar plexus and the heart is now wanting to be activated. And there is a lot of fear, collective fear, that is needing to be purged in order to clear this part of Gaia's architecture. And this is what's come into my awareness, as we were talking about this heart space and the crystalline heart as a clearance, this channel within Gaia's wider architecture and within the individual architecture as well.
And how beautiful to give expression to that as I'm guided to share what has moved through my being over this last week specifically. There's a place in space that I've shared about previously that I've been present to with the Guardians of Gaia twice already. And every time when I'm there, there's something significant that shifts. And the first time there was the activation that has occurred, that has set me on this journey to meet you, Chanel, where we started with a code exchange that has taken place. And through the sovereign reflection of these codes, has unlocked specific sequential experiences that was grounded. One of which that was really big in significance was the activation of the cosmic womb of Gaia and reconnecting back to her body. And then there was also during our last call, the recalibration of not only the sacral, but also the solar plexus that has occurred. So this place that I've been, and that whole area towards the cosmic womb, I've been shown this last week that that whole area is the perineum of Gaia. So it is literally where the two holes within the physical structure is an area known as the perineum. So I've been present to that whole area continuously. And so what came to my awareness is that whole area is being cleansed and cleared and purified because of there was this stucky, dirty, if I know that's not the right word, but it's this ooh, what is the word? I just got that feeling again. It's this
Like oily,
sticky black, sticky black oily substance that was there that started to
like
drain.
old oil.
And it started to drain out of the old architecture of the old earth, which I'm just seeing that right now again. And all of that started to drain out. And as it was, there was this crystalline essence with the cosmic womb that started to recalibrate already as it was activated those many months ago. And why I'm sharing that is, besides the new true earth architecture that started to weave into being throughout that whole perineum, something else that has occurred is that the very root energy center, the sacral energy center, and the solar plex energy centers, essences started to ground into that perineum. And how I was shown that is it's this first of all, in the center of it is this earthly energetic codings of Gaia, of her crystalline essence. And to the left-hand side is the sacral oceanic codes, and to the right-hand side is the solar codes. And those three energy centers, or it was actually shown as triangles, and the triangulation of creator, creatrix, creation in each one of those three has come together and started to spin and started to emanate up the true earth architecture that is moving, that is essentially not only allowed for those three centers to become one, but to become one in their trinitized essence and presence. And that energy is starting to emanate up into the heart of Gaia. And it feels like
Yeah,
to stop.
as it does that, as any energy is moving up Gaia, there's it's mass amounts of fear that are being purged from Earth's like energetic like leyline centers, both individually, collectively. And this is what we're seeing played out on the global stage right now, is this almost like it's these hooks for all of these fear patterns and programs essentially to be purged out of the collective architecture at the moment. And it's because of exactly that, as the energy is pushing up into the heart space.
Mm.
This mass purging of fear, and this also this like icky out that's being drained. And it feels somewhat connected to what Anna Katerina was saying with the crystal temples, and you calling that as the spine of Sophia. It feels like this is a cyclical occurring of events that need to take place in order for these crystal temples to click into place.
Yeah. And what's interesting, Chanel, throughout everything you've just shared, your screen was frozen. It's almost like there's something in the that's really interesting. There's something in the transmission that wants to be, distorted, yet the truth wants to, I'm getting the feeling it wants to be expressed and given a voice to. So that's
Wow. So did
interesting.
you hear what I said, or was it just my face that was frozen?
It was just your face. The expression was taking place, which I find very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just allowing, it feels like something is clearing. Phew, I don't know if there's someone that
Yeah.
something to sing or to say to support the clearing that is occurring.
Yeah, it's this energy that's being pushed up Gaia's
Your
architecture into the heart. Yeah, like vibrations to help it move.
mm. Oh, Oh, that just pierced through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow.
What I feel in my field actually very at the moment is that said these sticky, what she is like, how can I say it, she'll still caring in some parts Gaia, but also carrying these experiences of war, of whatever timeline and dimension. And it's something that really wants to go into healing and transform in, like in all our families and for every family members in all timelines and in all lifetimes and dimensions. And that is, I think it's a big chance at the moment to really bring it into awareness, maybe also into the heart, to bring that forth. And yeah, it is also connected to all the wars of heaven, everything that was. It is the time that we can really bring it into healing and bring it up and transform it for everyone. I think it's a theme almost for everyone who becomes aware of it, to look at it and even maybe to help others to look at it and lift it up and really transform it.
Yeah. And as I hear that, what I'm seeing is, because that was another theme that has moved through, is that in this moment, as each one of us are present here, and those that are still going to tune into and look at this replay in a moment when their whole cosmology of their beings are ready to receive it, what I'm seeing is that as each one of us are standing in the center of our own crystalline hearts, we are also doing so for the collective of humanity, is what's flowing through. So in essentially, we are emanating out the heart field of humanity. And that is, so the visual that I'm seeing is this whole spine of Sophia that is moving from the South Pole to the North Pole. And for our human to understand, it is our 33 vertebrae that is represented throughout the spine of Sophia. And as we stand there, what I'm essentially seeing is that all the dimensional directions of not only songlines, but also layLines and bloodlines are standing in all those dimensional directions simultaneously. And as I give expression to that, from the crown of my body to my upper sides of my hands, throughout my back and front of my body, and all of my legs are currently just in goosebumps. And that means it's full transmission that is occurring. So all dimensional directions across all the different levels and layers and bodies of beings and expressions of Gaia is standing on those dimensional directional lines since moments of conception of the first soul that has been birthed onto Gaia Sophia, and all the different ley lines, bloodlines that has ever walked on the earthly realm are sequentially receiving all the codes that's moving through. But through doing so, each one of them in their own unique moment of readiness for the recalibration of their own architecture will receive the codings of the remembrance of their original architecture, which is their truth and true expression of their soul, as the memories of which is in the perceived separated part is what I'm hearing, not separation, separated part, which have been separated from them, when all of them are moving into awareness of that not being truthful, but the remembrance that their true earth architecture needs to witness that which is not truthful. And hence, as we are all sovereign witnesses to that, and the honoring that goes with that, and the depths of the compassion for that, we are ready to witness that, because each one of us individually have walked those paths and therefore understand on a very deep level, and therefore have the codes for that compassion to emanate out. And as we do and witness all the paths that has been walked at different speeds, in different moments, in different cycles throughout the 7 epochs of humanity's expansion and evolution. All of those old earth architecture, that is what's draining out, is what I'm hearing. That is exactly what is draining out. And what I'm seeing is all these lines that is moving into the spine, is that the spine is literally draining out that which is not truthful, that which is not sovereign, that which is not pristine. Yet simultaneously, the gnosis of the innocence of when all of those experiences were had, not knowing that there was a perceived separation from that which is sovereign, and that which is true, and that which is whole, and that which is holy. Mm. Sure.
So, Red, as you're speaking, what's coming into my awareness is this is the original wound of Adam, Eve, the original wound of the illusion of separation. And this original wound manifests itself as fear. And I think, Anna Katerina, what you were saying, where we're starting to heal the timelines of all the different war themes that we've had across this planet and beyond, it's tied to that original wound. And in order for the wider architecture to recalibrate and stabilize so that Christ consciousness, unity consciousness is accessible for all, this original wound is now what's being asked to be healed. And yeah, sure. And it is, while it's being drained out of Gaia herself, every single individual is experiencing this on some level as well through their own architecture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only are they experiencing that, they are seeing reflections of other timelines, not knowing that that is not even real. So there's one wound, is what I'm hearing. There's one collective wound that is reflecting out a myriad of stories, which is mostly has been lost in translation, is what I'm hearing. So it's through all of this reflections that a distorted view of the original wound is being received and carried, which is not even what it was. It was the
I'm
wound.
seeing as
Yeah,
like a hall of mirrors. You know, when you go to a carnival and there's a hall of mirrors, this is exactly it. It was the original wound just reflecting with an illusion, with an illusion, with an illusion.
exactly. So although it's one perceived essential wound, it is being viewed and experienced as something much more than what it truly is, and therefore felt also in that myriad of ways. And and while we're giving expression to this, I'm just seeing more and more of that gooiness flowing out as it's being honored, not as just a reflection, but a truly felt experience because of it feels real.
The word that comes to mind is refracted. The original wound refracted across time and space.
Exactly that.
Ooh.
And what I'm also hearing is as the original soul's experience was reflected, it's the same that has happened. So all those fractals has with it carried a one aspect of that which was reflected. Cool. Hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
Yes, and through that transformation and healing, like it's almost in like a cell. Maybe we can, like macro and micro, we can imagine it like something small, which is also representing the whole. Huh?
Exactly.
But it will open new doors for humanity, they say. That
Mm.
will be, because it's now, it is like it's not only a collective field, it feels even more. It is like a whole layer, yeah, that
Mm.
wants to really move out, yeah. To make place and make space for peace and for anchoring in these higher aspects and codes of peace and so on.
So what's coming forward to be shared is what I've seen this week, which is now starting to make sense, is I saw the false sunlight and false moonlight that was used for that refractions. So to mirror out distortions, chuk chuk, from both those bodies of beings. And to know that the illusion that that has created, it also created the illusion of separation. And what's interesting is this last 2 days, I've got these beautiful structures in my home. It's about this big, it's not very big. And all of a sudden they started to refracture light. And what I'm hearing now is it's like that. There was something used to refract and show false light. And then that cycles of the false moonlight has kept that in place. And that all of that is what not only is lifting, already has, and actually I've never been that way. But the felt experience of that felt very real. And, you know, Chanel, it feels like something.
Yeah, as you're talking, I don't know, there's something's just like clicked, and I've had this realization. It's actually this that's kept us looping in these timelines. It's actually been less architectural and more illusionary.
Exactly.
Than what we've been made to believe because of this refractor, and because, you know, it's a free will planet and it feels so real, it literally keeps us looping, but we've actually been stationary, with the illusion of these experiences just creating these smokes and mirrors through the refractions of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
For some reason, the whales keep wanting to come in. The ocean is calling, and I know we talked about it at the beginning of the call, but it feels actually deeply connected to what we're talking about right now, and specifically the whales and the dolphins. Where I live in Cape Town, they've been very active, moving across the coastline. And it's interesting that you said that this is sort of the perineum where a lot of this energy is being dissolved and leaked out, if you will. And it feels like, and you've mentioned the songlines, and as you mentioned the songlines, this is where the whales wanted to come through. And as they've been migrating, singing their songs, it's actually helping this denser, yucky energy to separate and dissolve and actually be transmuted through this part of Gaia's being, which is the womb of Gaia.
Exactly. The vibrational sequences of the songs that are sung, not only by the whales, but the dolphins as well, is sending
Yeah.
a vibrational resonance throughout the waters as the waters are returning to their crystalline essence and their remembrances. So what I'm hearing is there's also what we also need to bring in, that because of the perceived light reflection of the sun and the moon and the cycles of that, which has influenced all the waters and therefore all the not only layLines but songlines as well, and therefore the frequency architecture was distorted because of that. That sequential singing of the remembrance that is moving from the core of Gaia, it is her remembrance of her true earth architecture that was already initiated and activated, that is allowing for all the different original codes and songlines and layLines to start recalibrating, so that the original elemental and elementary structures can be restored to their original essence and expressions and their purpose for being created in the first place. And those who are feeling it first is the crystals and the animals and the plants in the oceanic realms, as they are closest to the core and essence of Gaia Sophia. Mm. So what I'm hearing is the falseness is being the falseness and the disillusionment is being dissolved, is what's flowing through. And the truth and the organic nature of the crystalline essence and expression has reached the center. So that's why we always give expression to the center of all cells, because it's also to the center of each one of the cells of the original cells of creation, the original 8 cells of the body of Gaia Sophia. Ooh.
Wow. And what I received was the cosmic law will be returned. The cosmic law will be returned by the whales. Call in the whales. It is something to consciously call them in, but those are the cosmic whales, but it's the cosmic law. It's very interesting. It is.
I've heard the whole
Yeah.
week cosmic law, so that is so yes, cosmic law, cosmic law and cosmic order is being restored. So
Yes. Oh my God.
the sequential unfolding is where the discernment lies. So it's one thing to just think that a distortion can be taken out. It is not that. The original cosmic design and unfolding of the sequential expression and expansion of that is allowing for all the different levels and layers. So what I'm also hearing is the dissolution and the dissolvement of all of those different bodies of Gaia has already been dissolving. It is just reaching the very core essence, those layers around her core, that is now at the last dissolving off, and therefore the reverberation out is what is being experienced on the surface level of the earth as volcanic movements and shifts in the plates, because it's coming from her core essence and her crystalline expression and her original through earth architecture and the sovereignty of that. Oh. Hmm. So the cosmic order and the cosmic law is all linked to the original codes of creation. And to remember that the original design is being expressed through each one of our soul's expressions. So every time when your voice gives expression to the truth of the gnosis of your being, that very vibrational frequency in the sequence thereof is allowing for the dissolving of all that is not in line, so that that which is not only in coherence, but also in alignment with your original soul's intention for being here. Whew. All the codes uniquely sequenced to express your sovereign identity. And that of Gaia. So the sequential nature of all that is unfolding is in perfect divine order.
I hear restoration.
Yeah. Restoring the original codings.
Yeah.
And restoring the original templates as well.
Yep. Phew. Nia.
No.
Nia, there's something that needs to be expressed or woven through to allow for everything that has just moved through to settle.
Mm-hmm.
I can bring through some light codes. Ana etar, ana etar, or ana era, or Gaia kata Ekera era kara kana kunna et ana ut ana ekana et era kara eta et ekara eka ta kara et ki kara na kara kana ekana ekat kara Hello, hello, hello. And bringing your awareness to the womb. There's a lot of architectural calibration and alignment. And now in the womb space, we can rest. And and grounding. An invitation to move the tailbone. Sitting in this new structure. And this will continue, this calibration will continue. Thank you.
What a gift. What a gift. I'm noticing how it feels like old structures have just and it's laying on the water beds, and it is just dissolving, and I'm starting to see the crystalline temples. Phew. And each one of them sequentially starting to activate, 33 of them through the spine of Sophia, which could not have happened if we haven't gone through what you've just allowed us to experience. That is still moving through the field. And those temples are just coming into awareness. What I'm noticing is those 3 centers that I spoke about earlier around the solar, lunar, and earth weavings is at the bottom of the tailbone. And those energies are starting to move coherently. It is not moving up the spine yet. It is moving in coherence, flowing and weaving. The original solar, lunar, and earth codes is what I'm hearing through the 8 original cells of Gaia. And what I'm seeing is the lunar and the solar triangulations are moving together, almost like a Macabic star, those 2 triangles coming together, and in the center, the crystalline essence of our earthly expression, allowing for the moving and circulating of those 2 triangles to coherently circulate the life-giving energy with the grace and the sovereign expression of Gaia Sophia. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Grounding the codings of all of that for all those ready to receive it. And that same coherent flow of those 2 triangles with the crystalline essence of Gaia that is allowing for that to occur is activating in each one of the 33 vertebrae of her spine, initiating the crystalline cities or cathedrals, whatever the vision of your own being is throughout the spine. Whew. And if you can just circulate your body around your spine, whatever way it's moving through your body, just allowing for that energy to flow up and through. Whew. And as it does, what I'm hearing is the solar and lunar are the 2 sides of the vertebra. That bone is round with 2 vertebrae to the sides, and that is coherently spinning in its energetic architecture. Sure. And restoring and recalibrating the original flow. Throughout the spine. Creator, creatrix, creation as one, trinitized flow and presence. Cool. And that is moving through all the rivers, oceans, Oh, and all bodies of water on Gaia, and then also in our bodies, our physicalized expression. And that is directly in coherent flow with the oceanic water realms of the cosmic oceans. Sure.
And the cosmic whales have just come into awareness as well as you're talking, Suret. Yeah, and as you're saying that this flow is now allowing with the cosmic oceans connecting into the flow of Gaia's oceans, allowing for the cosmic whales to come through, and in doing so, bringing with them the codes of this cosmic law that you were talking about, Anna.
Oh, wow. And what I'm hearing is reconnecting the original atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, and geosphere of Gaia. Oh. Oh. So the original flow and circulation of the crystalline essence and expressions of all the codes that is within all the elemental properties, all the crystals, minerals, plants, animals, and the architecture of humanity, the true earth architecture reflected through the human heart field. Ooh.
And I am seeing, as you're talking, the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and even the water, all of those elements as well, remembering that they are one, just different expressions of the same origin. Yeah,
And
they're
not
coming
only
together.
that, and not only that, they're also realizing that that is throughout their whole cosmic expression, that they are not only human expression, but the cosmic expression that's moving through their human experience, their mineral experience, their plant experience, the animal experience, the crystal experience, all as one cosmic body,
Yeah, that's grounding.
the original cosmic home. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm.
Oof.
Yeah.
Allow
All
us-
the atmospheres will melt together. That
Yeah.
was that. All the atmospheres will melt together and plasma consciousness will answer all the questions.
Exactly. Yes. My awareness is going to our ribs. Just become aware of your ribs.
Yeah.
Those 12 and the 12 reflected to form 24. And that's linking up the 12 DNA strand. Ooh. And part of the hydrosphere is the plasmic body and the original plasmic essence. So the perineum is grounding the plasma, pastel, prismatic, pristine presence of the original essence of this trinitized weaving that is now restored up through the spine. Phew, I'm now seeing a lot of whales. Ooh.
Yeah, they're with us. They've been with us since the start. But they're flooding in more of the cosmic whales.
And they are flowing, swimming.
Yes. The
What
flow has started. They say the
Yes.
flow has started. Yes.
And they're showing that they're actually, that's beautiful. They're actually around the spine of Gaia. So although we only see it on physical expression in the waters on her body, they're actually flowing around her spine. Poof. And some of them are going
Demonstrating like a whirlwind,
exactly.
like a flow of water, like they're pulling the water with them, like as
Exactly.
they move.
Exactly. Organic flow.
Yeah.
So some are going this way and some are coming this way. but they are in communication with each other throughout the whole plasmic sphere is what I'm hearing. Phew. Ooh. The crystalline essence of you, Nia, is what has brought all of this through.
And each of the whales carries a song, a cosmic song, that is connected to one of the vertebrae that is like an octave. Each vertebra, each crystalline temple holds a frequency and like an octave and a own cosmic song. And this is now, it's like a composition. It's like bringing together like a composition. Yeah.
Exactly, the cosmic symphony. The cosmic
It's like the cosmic symphony is being heard on Earth again.
Exactly.
Yeah, as she's
Throughout the hearts of all. It can be heard through the hearts of all, and not only humanity, through the hearts of all of creation. And in that resonance and sound vibrational sequencing, so I keep on hearing sequencing, the sequencing of the different sounds that's echoing through the cosmos of our DNA is doing so through all of the cosmos. And what I've kept on seeing this week also is our whole Milky Way galaxy is now around the Gaia's heart. So the heart feel of humanity as well as a whole. So it's being to remember that indeed we are the cosmic beings that we know ourselves to be, and that all the stars and planets and galaxies are indeed within us and around us and encoded with the codes of our expression. And that is not only in synchronicity, but in coherence and in co-creation. And something else that wants to be given expression to that I've been seeing this whole week, and it wants to come through now, is that false light was also kept in place with the old astrology that was created to keep that in place, to allow ourselves to soften and open into the true remembrance and roles of all the different celestial bodies throughout our Milky Way galaxy and our solar system. They are right here with us in our presence in all their vibrational sequences, for us to become aware of them and co-create with them in their truest crystalline expression and their true earth architecture that is synchronizing with Gaia's in her true earth expression. And that will allow for the sequential unfolding of the expansion of all that is ready to experience themselves as cosmic beings of light, and the wholeness and the fullness of that. And I'm hearing the whales saying, same is true for all the animals, plants, minerals, crystals, and elemental expressions. And then this seasonal shifts that is occurring on the planet is restoring to their original crystalline purpose for being created originally. So the original intention of them in that is coming into being an expression. Cool. Okay. It feels like a song or a sound expression is needed to ground through.
Yeah, because what's coming through the whales are saying that it's the cosmic law is the cosmic symphony. It is sound. It is a song, and
Yeah.
this is what they are the beings that bring it forth, and they are reminding us what this cosmic symphony sounds like, so that we may play our note and remember the note that we came here to play.
Yeah, what they say is like the songs, the cosmic songs will be heard and sung again. That is like each of us, we will be like I feel like Gaia, she wants to sing and to talk through us. Like she has already the new song and some can hear it already. But it's the same like with the cosmic songs. We will also sing the cosmic songs again. Yes.
And those two together is singing the songs of Sophia. Yeah. And as each individual person is recalibrated in their remembrance of their original song and soul sounds, those songs will come into being and expression. And each one of those expressions is supporting the symphony to come into its full expression.
And it feels like the groundwork that the whales are doing with the mineral kingdom and the elemental kingdom and within the oceanic realm is almost like laying the foundation for this symphony, so that we may remember the instrument that we are and the note that we came here to play, and so that we can start to tune ourselves to this song.
And to simultaneously honor the presence and the importance of them in this co-weaving. That is what true co-creation is, the remembrance of that. Yeah, wow. It feels like with all that has moved through us, we are moving towards closing, but I still feel like a sound needs to move through. And I don't want to... Either Janine or Nia, it feels like. Just to bring some harmonization.
I can bring something. Thank you.
Felt that deeply. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It literally reverberated throughout this whole field, touching every level, layer, and frequency sequentially, spherically. That's what I'm hearing. Perhaps if we can all just allow ourselves to ever so gently and gracefully move to the center of our hearts, with our awareness still in the highest expansion, in the depths and breadths of the whole cosmos, while simultaneously being fully present as we move our gaze inwards in the center of our heart, in the center of each one of our 74 trillion cells, allowing ourselves to soften just a little bit more, to open just a little bit more, to allow for this organic integration and synthesis of self, soul, source as one trinitized presence and expression. To breathe through each one of our cells consciously, coherently, each one of us individually and collectively as a whole, through the hearts of our individual beings, through the heart of Gaia, Sophia, and through the heart of the cosmos as one, and in our direct source connection with Creator, Creatrix, all of creation, throughout the universes, multiverses, galaxies, through all of Gaia, Sophia, her crystalline core and essence and expression. And as we become fully present to her crystalline essence in the center of the core of her heart, all the crystals, all the minerals, all the animals and plants and human body that she gives expression to and through and as the very living light, the very living love, the very living life-giving energy that flows through and circulates ever so gracefully and gently and coherently and harmonically through all her bodies of being, through all her fields of consciousness, in all dimensional directions simultaneously throughout all of her body. And as we stand in the center of our own humanized human expression, in the full gnosis that we are cosmic beings of light, in deep honor and reverence for our soul that magnetize each one of the elemental properties of Gaia, for us to have a human body to experience ourselves as an expression of Gaia Sophia. And all her elements, her atmosphere, her biosphere, her geosphere, her hydrosphere, weaving and breathing through our consciousness in deep honor and reverence and love and humility and compassion for all those that is still in perceived separation of this living, life-giving energy, to know this truth for themselves too, as we continue to emanate the very essence and presence of our soul's remembrance, to be felt and known by all in the most perfect moment, in the most perfect ways, for all to know the truth for themselves too, as a trinitized presence of Creator, Creatrix, creation as one heart filled, one sound filled, one cosmic architecture encoded with all the codes uniquely sequenced for us to give expression to our sovereign individual identities, all in coherence with that of Gaia and the cosmos as a whole. And as we move our awareness to the bottom of our tailbones, to remember the solar, lunar, and Gaia codes of creation coherently in their trinitized expression, in their life-giving energy flowing through each one of our 33 vertebrae and our 12 pairs of ribs, and the crystalline cathedrals that has been activated and grounded and given expression to through our one cosmic home to form the strong, stable, sovereign foundation of purity, of freedom, of beauty, of innocence, and of true love. And as we bring our awareness back to the center of our hearts and to the center of each one of our 74 trillion cells, become aware of how this energy flows through our spine, through all of our veins and arteries, grounded by the very bones of our being, our tailbone, our hip bones, our legs, our feet, our shoulders, our arms, our hands, and our heads. The very sovereign architecture and structure of our human expression that allows for our soul's architecture to be experienced as one cosmic home. And may all the codes, frequencies, vibrations, and all the resonances that has reverberated through this field in their own most perfect way settle within the bones of our being, within all of the cells of our body, and through all the fields and layers and levels of our consciousness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as you gently open your eyes, just become aware of your heart center and around it, solar system, a Milky Way galaxy, or other galaxies and universes, as your one body, and your awareness to the front of your body, the back of your body, the sides, the top, the bottom. As you look around in your home and know that all that is moved through you is emanating out through all of our communities, through all of the continents, throughout the whole of the human planetary galactic expression. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been an absolute honor to co-weave and co-express all that has moved through each one of us individually and collectively as a whole. And sending you so much love until we see each other in 2 weeks again. Bye.